Okay.
So we can leave it as table. I don't
Yeah,
have to
just
amend it.
table. Yes, yeah, that's it. Okay, all approval of the agenda? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have no residents here to speak on items. We've had no correspondence. The approval of the minutes for May the 20th. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So
Okay, I second. I think we've made the corrections to the minutes. They were made, got everybody sent in. I think there were a couple of typos that I noted and were corrected.
yes, I think
So I
yes.
think any additions or corrections needed? No, okay, all in favor of approving?
Aye.
Aye,
Mhm.
okay. Unfinished business. We'll start with the review of the website progress and the payment of invoice number 3. It's been paid, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Kathy called me and left a message and apologized and said it was in the queue. She was waiting for someone to tell her to release it. She wired it right away into their account. That's how it got done all in that day. So just so you know, there was misinformation. I thought Donna Lisa had said the last meeting that it was being paid, so I assumed it had been done. I didn't. So I apologize. That's probably part of my fault for not following up. So the review of the website progress. How about you, Joyce?
It's up and flying.
Yes, we're
Yes.
working.
Yeah, people are registering. Yeah. Mary, do you have a feel for they've slowed down?
They've slowed down, yeah. So of course, when you first sent out the notice, there were a lot.
Mhm.
And then as the days move forward, I'm saying average per day is like 10.
Okay.
We had about 10 or so since we had the big rush.
Okay,
And I would say total, I know we're not at 300 yet. I think we're at 298.
okay, we're just
Yeah.
pushing it there.
Wow.
I know Mary
Nice.
Jane's going to try again. Mary Jane Krieger's been having real problems.
Okay.
I may
Mm.
put her in touch with you. It has to do with the office had 3 emails on her. And so she's been trying to get it. She said she would work on that tomorrow again. And see, I just discovered yesterday she said something to me. So hopefully it'll work this time with just one email. And
Mary was able to figure out Lucy's.
Lucy
Yeah.
had
With all the
trouble too.
emails,
That's
too.
right. You
I got
that?
Lucy. I
Yeah.
think I got Lucy's story.
Lucy's that you straightened her out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe referred.
Oh, to Mary. Okay.
She's got that.
Okay. I think she's been
Knowledge
down
now.
in the office. Mary Jane Krieger. You probably don't.
I think actually Donna Lise may have talked to her.
Okay, she's the I before E and EI, and
Mhm.
there were messes up in the way her name was spelled, but they had all these emails, and hopefully, I don't know, because we're the one that, she
Right.
gets the Friday e-blast. I said to her,
Yeah.
Mary Jane, do you get the Friday e-blast? So they got the right email, because she's getting
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she's square away now too.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. Hopefully that's up and working for her. So, Neelam, you want to take it from here? This is Neelam's outline of today's meeting. So I
So
just,
what I did was I went through all the emails I've been going back and forth since the last meeting. So we sort of captured what we've been discussing, where we are on certain things. So as I arranged in the order of the least discussion needed to the most discussion.
Okay.
So we can get through
let's go through it.
let's go through this. So website flyers and lobby monitors. Are we all squared away?
Yep.
Does every building has hard copies?
As far as I know, every building has them. I sent them to the managers.
I know,
Ours
but
are up.
So do we know? I mean, I placed
You
mine.
said you had one. Yeah.
I put it in my lobby.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
But I don't know all of the. What I'm just saying is that anything additional we need to do. Do we
Yeah.
need to go?
Yeah. And you
Um,
know what? Why don't we let me go to each building and just look and see if I see them? Okay.
So Peggy will check,
Peggy will check each building.
and then we know it's on the monitor.
Yes,
right?
it is up
How
on the
often is it
monitors.
playing? It's in the rotation.
It's on the
continuous.
rotation,
Okay.
so every couple minutes.
Couple of minutes. Okay. So we'll.
The
okay, I
action
would-
is I'm gonna go check each
Okay,
building.
Peggy will check.
Mhm.
Because I was just concerned because especially for slowing down, do we need to double up our effort? What are we supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Because we need to have a digital gap here, knowledge gap. And
Mary, do you have any idea how many people registered on the old site?
I was just thinking that same
Yeah,
thing,
just
literally.
as
So,
comparison kind
I do not know off the top of my head, but I
Okay.
could find out.
Okay, just out of
Yeah.
curiosity, are we almost at the same group or are we behind even on that? Although a lot of the old people probably have left. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, that's the no longer with us one way or the other. So anyway,
I did a
okay.
look at maybe in January of
Mhm.
how many different logins from
Hmm.
distinct people
Uh-huh.
had been done in the last like X months or so, and I think
Okay.
that's maybe a close number. So I'll see if I can dig that out.
Okay, it seemed to me
too.
it was like 450. But it wasn't many people when you talked about 6 months. And it was more
Yeah.
like the same 30 or 40
Yes.
people over and over again. See, I
Yeah.
remember that report. That seems if
Okay.
I'm kind of remembering that. But I wondered how many people are registered, period, enough
Yeah.
interest. And you know, we're getting younger people who use websites more and more. And the more information we can get on that website, the more it'll be used. If we ever get to the point where Building Link can really get over there and have one place where everything
Yeah.
is. Anyhow,
Yeah, my concern is that people who know, they know. We just need to get to the people who
they
don't
don't
know.
know. Yeah.
So you won't believe in my abstract class, I asked a question. I said, how many people have used a new website? One says, I never used the old one. Why would I? And I'm going like this. Oh my God. She said, I have no need to go there. So what about the, resident site? Oh no, I don't need to.
Nobody,
This is,
they don't even know their packets
they don't even know. They
for
don't even
meetings.
know.
They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lynn got a comment. She lived here for 10 years.
Mhm.
She didn't even know what Building Link was.
Oh,
Mm.
goodness.
So that's where we are.
But we shouldn't have, we're getting newer, younger people that do this. A lot of that is my generation who still doesn't like websites.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't, you talk about the email. I don't open an email unless I know distinctly who it's from. I never read them. I don't even read the subject line.
Right.
Don't know
No,
that guy.
We're ready
Move
for
on.
the future. We just need to bring the
Yeah.
people who are here. I mean, conceivably, they can live for another 20 years.
Yeah, yeah,
Conceivably.
Yeah.
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 So do
Very
we
much
want to
so.
leave that
Yeah.
chunk
Yeah.
behind?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the new group moving in now in the 70s and 60s, they use. They
Yeah.
use it. I can't tell you when we moved here, people who don't have computers
Yeah.
in our building,
Not
much less
everybody
use
has phones.
email or write it. Yeah,
No, I
that
love
was
it.
really scary. How do you do any business for the last 20 years without a computer?
I love
Lots
the
of little old
effort.
ladies,
I
no?
love the effort
Yeah.
Lynn is putting forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need the same, it needs to be duplicated in every building.
Did you all see the email from Lucy who just talked to Karen Sign at Potomac Bridge? Karen made the comment, why don't we take the flyer that is rotating on the screens, edit a little bit so it's not the new website, and make it again, which she's done, a sample of it without a bunch of stuff on it being announcing the new one. They're going to put it, she recommended they put it in the front of the orientation book. For everybody new that comes in, you open the orientation
Right.
book, and there is the flyer about all your information is here on the website or in this
Great
book.
idea.
I forgot
Yeah.
to do something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was going to follow up with Nikita. She was going to make us a video.
That's right, she was, I have a register video, okay. There
Okay,
you
so
go.
I was going to, so we're hoping, she said she is just, she was so with it. It doesn't have to be too long. Only, 35, 40 seconds. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
It won't take her any time to show you.
Yeah, but because oh,
Somebody trying to join.
she's on, hi Lynn. She's on Zoom.
Where are you?
She in the waiting. Something.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in the Zoom. Are you hiding yourself on purpose or is it we just having problems?
I don't see you.
I can't hear you either, Lynn, if you're talking.
No. See you either.
That's my phone.
Oh,
Telling
that's
me that I
mine.
have a meeting, that's what
Oh,
that
wait, I
means.
can hear you now. Who
Okay.
is this?
Lynn. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. I need you to make me a panelist. Try.
I see, that's Lynn sending me a message, all of us, and I said, yeah, until you're done.
There's Lynn. She's allowed to talk. Okay. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had you on not allowed to talk, but now we hear you.
Oh, thank you. I was talking and I thought no one's listening.
Boring.
No, you know what's been really helpful for me is residents just need 5 minutes to show them how. So when I hold my tech sessions once a month, um, I take a few minutes to show people. There has only been one person with an email problem, just like your friend Peggy, and I sent
Yeah.
her information to Donna Lease.
Okay,
So, but usually people, I mean, from what I gather, are pretty smart to be able to figure out. I mean, I guess
So
we'll
Lynn,
see.
yeah, in your experience, are you getting people who are tech savvy to begin with, or they are just totally novice?
You know what? They bring their iPhones in,
Uh-huh.
and what I do is I make them bookmark even on their iPhone or iPad the website, and then I register them right then and there. Um, kind of show them. But to answer your question, they seem pretty savvy. I mean,
Okay.
the new ones are, yeah.
and in the words of other people.
Yes.
The older people know how to use their phones, so they know how to use their Aldi apps. So
Okay.
they know how to register. It's just, what I have to tell them because the residents really honestly don't care about the public site. They care about the resident site. They care about, am I going to be able to pull those documents? Am I going to be able to register for a class? Am I going to be able to, stuff like that? And I know we're not there yet, but or it's not our terms of reference, but they're willing to register. So,
Okay, that's encouraging.
Yeah.
So I'll just to, on the first item, I know Lynn, you don't have it. I just have a little bit of an outline here. Uh, do you have that email? You can send it to
I just was thinking that. Let me see if I can find it here.
so you can
and
follow
and
along.
And to circle back to Lucy's information that you talked about, so the flyer that was passed out to the buildings to the current residents, she asked me to update it for Potomac Ridge for Karen Sain. So I did update it. It's not the one that's included in Peggy's email. Um, the one you attached, Peggy, I think Lucy sent you an older version. So
Yeah.
I did work on it and I'll email it to you guys to make it
Okay,
more general.
okay,
Um, and you can tell me if, you want to use it or not, but Potomac Ridge does have a different one than what was attached in Peggy's email.
okay. Interesting. Alrighty. I'll just
Okay, I
and I'm
found
looking.
it. I found it.
You
want me to
found
send
it?
to-
Okay.
I think keeping a little blurb in the connector would be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just has only small.
Yeah.
And just say, remember, if you haven't registered.
Uh-huh.
Gmail, right? Sorry. I'll send it.
I think what might be helpful is to list
Yes, that would be
reasons
fine since my
why
AOL's compromised.
why
No,
they
no,
might
get it.
want to go
Let
on
me
the
get it.
resident side. I think I do that when
Yeah.
I'm, a new app or new website,
Uh-huh.
join, and I'm like, what
Well,
benefits?
yeah, why should I do that?
So I
Yeah,
think we need to say to read the minutes, to
Uh-huh.
read the HOA docs,
Uh-huh.
to find contact information.
Okay.
And then maybe it'll click and,
Do we have contact information on the online on the website?
or like all the staff.
Oh, okay, that kind of contact.
Those
Yes, okay. I
emails.
was thinking all of the residents. We don't.
No.
I know they have it in the office in
Yeah.
different places, but we don't have it like a directory anywhere. Do we?
Committees, clubs, that would be
Okay,
like the
yeah,
top
who's
five.
the chair to contact? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Did you get the email yet?
And I'm also sending you guys the current version of what I made. It's just it's a photo version, but
And this would be for Karen and other buildings? Are we just sending it to Karen or?
No, it would go in, Karen recommended it.
In
It's
the
something
welcome
we have to
package.
take it to the other managers, but I would think if she was interested, they might be willing to do it
So
too.
this is for the welcome
For
package.
the welcome, it's the orientation book.
Sorry.
It's like a 3-ring binder that they sit down, or our building does anyhow. New residents, before they move in, go through orientation.
We have no such thing in Overlook, so.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's in Riverbend. They
Yeah,
did
oh, I'm
that
sure,
when I
because
moved
they're
there.
lots.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know
Yes.
what? At some point, you're not gonna have to hand them a book. You can say, go
Go
to
on.
the website.
Yeah,
Website,
it's the
and
whole thing. Yeah.
Everything's there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
They're still printing out
Yeah.
everything, the declarations, the whole
We can,
schmear.
yeah, we can educate the realtors to point them to our website.
Mhm. They're very good point. That's where they can get
They
stuff.
can
yeah.
get the more
Of course, they're
information,
not
more floor plans.
residents, so they can't. Yeah, they can't because they're not residents, and the new people that they're dealing with aren't residents, the buyers and people to check things. So they can't go to
that's-
that part of the website.
That's,
But anyhow, back to we're talking about promos for the website,
yes.
a short blurb for the connector.
Yeah, do we need a blurb? I'm just want to know how
Well, you
they
know, in the
continuing
connector,
to-
they have little reminder things. Why
Yeah,
not
the
that?
Friday-
And the Friday e-blast.
Mm.
I mean, even the Friday e-blast, at least once a month or something, you know, if they
It
don't
comes
want to
only
do.
once, oh yeah, once a month
Once.
connector.
Okay,
And I think we
Short blurb.
it should be running, should be
and the connector only comes out once a month,
That's
so
correct.
that could be a standing thing.
standing thing for, yes.
They need to fill
Yeah.
up space if they've got a little quarter page or something.
Put
Okay.
the lwba.org link in there so
Uh-huh.
You could- Yeah,
they can click and go
click
to it.
on right to that. Lynn, did you get the email?
I did. I'm looking at it now. I also sent you guys an updated version that's more generic of that flyer.
I
So
see
just
it.
let me know if you want to change it.
Okay, we will. Thank you.
Do you
Great.
imagine we could get Kathleen to do that?
Kathleen, to do what?
To write the little short blurb?
Little
of the
short
connector
something, or
and the e-blast?
and can we have maybe a standalone article that we recycle every couple of months till at the end of the
A
year or
long
something?
article?
Not really long, but a little bit more.
Okay.
I don't know.
Instead
You
of
know-
a
I feel
short
like
blurb?
we have gone quiet. We've gone silent.
Okay, well, let's see
You know,
about that.
I did an article somehow. I'm not sure how I got on the communications committee for my building. But I found myself writing articles. So I did do an article for the website,
Okay,
for our newsletter.
okay.
So,
How about- Would you
and-
be willing to send it into the connector for them to post?
let me look at it and then send it to you guys. I don't know
Okay.
if
The
Kathleen.
deadline for this month is the 16th. Oh, it was yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, Lynn, send it to us and I'll take it and see. They're not going to send it in. There's probably not room for it because they
Yeah.
have finished filling all the
Yeah.
little squares. But starting for the August, see, we've missed July
We
now.
can, maybe they can put it in the email, Friday's
The
email.
e-blast is short blurb for
Short-
the
short
e-blast,
blurb.
but the article kind of thing.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, Lynn, send it to us, all
Okay.
of us, and I'll make a note to have that discussion before the communications committee always meets right before us instead of right after us. And so, yeah, they've got a deadline of the 16th of the month. I know that from going to their meeting. So,
We'll do both blurb and
a
connect the next
short
one.
article or
short,
whatever.
short article. doesn't need
Okay.
to be. So the missing style guide. So do you remember when we were doing the research and we found out that was missing?
Mhm.
Have you asked him about it or do we care? No.
I
Do
have
we
not
want it?
If they said they would deliver it to us, we should
Mhm.
ask for it.
I
Yeah,
think we need
you
to
want me-
ask.
I'll ask
So
for it.
Joyce to follow up. We should have it. I
Yeah,
know
we
we said we
should.
can just copy it, but design creep, that's how it
Mhm,
festers.
mhm.
You know, I mean, we are here today, we may not be here
Yeah.
tomorrow. We always need to have
Yeah.
skeleton, the bones, how it was built.
Where do we keep that?
Where we keep it, well, management is
Yeah, management should have
the best repository for that.
And it may
Box
not
for
be
it.
real long. I mean,
Yeah, it
whoever,
might just be
whatever
one-
we end
one
up with the committee, the chair may have a copy of it just to
Yeah.
refer to.
Yes,
Or it may
something,
be online. So,
Yeah, it should go with maybe where the logo for
Logo,
LWPA
yeah.
store.
yeah,
that
so
theme.
those kinds of
so,
places.
so
Okay.
you go, Joyce is gonna follow.
Okay.
And now the most favorite community award.
Now,
So, go ahead.
you mentioned, Joyce, that it was, you could vote over and over again. They won't let me in to vote
Oh.
a second. It was a one-time vote.
I didn't try over and over again.
You didn't try over it. I can't get in to do a second. It comes up,
Oh.
you've already taken this survey. I think last year it was over and over again.
Mm.
And the Best of Loudon was over and over again. But I could
Mm.
only get on, and I don't know how it worked because remember, none of us knew we were even up for the award. We were totally blindsided when they
Okay.
called and said we won the award. So none of us, there was
Yeah.
no campaign last year when we won it.
Right.
But I kept trying to get back in a second time. I finally took 3 emails to get in because the first time I just went through the thing
Mhm.
and it went to the bottom and done. It told me it was done, and then it wouldn't let me. I was just looking for it, and
Yeah.
I couldn't find it,
might
and
be
so I
tracking
never voted.
emails.
It took me 3 tries finally to
Right.
vote, but
Yeah.
and 3 different emails because
Yeah.
it wouldn't let me back in on the first
Okay,
email.
so
So I don't think we can do it over and over again.
Okay, so the thing is, you had mentioned that we did an e-blast and printed flyers. How do we, about everybody voting? Do we,
No,
have
we
we
didn't.
done that? We're going to
There are
that?
no printed flyers on it. There's a Friday e-blast and it will run again this Friday
Okay.
and next Friday. And that's it. Then it's over. It's just the
So
month
it's
of June.
running this
Yeah.
Friday
Yeah.
and the next.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so the blast is, they already have the text?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just reruns it.
Reruns. Okay, great. So, so that now we're moving into the topic that we need little more discussion. So, last, a month's beyond meeting, Wayne asked, he pointed out the sales are lagging here in the community. And one of the real estate agent had suggested that we advertise open house on the public facing side of website. So I told him I would look into, I don't know if we can do that. Is it something easily, can we accomplish that?
Who gave you this information?
Wayne,
Who? When?
Wayne
Oh, Wayne.
Kaiser.
I'm sorry. Well, actually, sales aren't lagging.
So
There are lots of units for sale that aren't on the market
See,
technically.
what I
That's
gave
part
you,
of the reason they're lagging.
I was just looking at the stats from Kim Spears, the letter that I gave, the second page of what I gave you about, not yours, but
okay.
see, look at the stats. No, the one,
I'm sorry, advertising open houses,
about the other, the Lucy's.
monetizing.
No,
Oh.
leave that on the side. That one, second page of that?
The minutes?
No.
I'm sorry, I don't
No,
know
it's
what you're
okay.
trying to tell me.
I'm trying to tell you is,
Did Kim Spear give
the
the
questions,
stats?
the questions I had for the letter, for the resident survey that I gave you.
Oh, I put that over here. Sorry,
Okay, so
Neela.
that's okay. So look at the second page of that. Those are the stats from Kim. See
Okay,
in the middle, I have a clip there.
Spear Realty Group.
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay,
See,
okay.
she's showing us what's happening here. So the
Sold the
average-
past 3 months 14.
we sold 14 in the last 3 months.
Median price 424. Okay, are we?
The days on the market,
it didn't print out
It
the
didn't?
days on the market. That it's interesting to me that they always have days on the market really long. And you know why? Because of the units in your building that sat for a year or whatever.
That makes a
Okay,
difference.
but everything else is selling, are selling in usually within the week. They're still moving quickly.
Yeah.
The ones that aren't selling, sometimes they'll sit a month or 2 months, but it was giving 83 days and that kind of thing, because two listings, which were really an overlook, sat a long time.
Right.
So,
So I'm just sharing the
yeah,
information
I
that was out
understand.
of me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have no basis.
Yeah.
To say anything.
Yeah.
The only question I have is this something we want to do? And I don't want to do, I'm gonna suggest, I don't want to do it without being compensated. So
Well-
how do we, open house? Who's open house? Everybody's open house?
Well,
Or-
this goes back to where we're going
Exactly.
okay,
exactly.
Lucy and I got going because our intent was to educate the realtors. We felt that the reason our prices weren't doing well was our realtors aren't helping out here and
Yeah,
that they
that's-
needed an education.
Right.
Donna Lee said, don't know if you remember at the last meeting, said she was involved. There was a point where they did this open house and it was campus open house, 2 realtors in each building, a couple from the building in the lobby, so that if a third couple came in, they would keep them busy before till the realtors
Right.
finished showing. The
Right.
realtors get buyers, people who
Oh,
are
yeah.
interested in looking. It takes somebody from the building to help keep other people waiting, keep them busy, maybe show them the lower level while they're working around a couple. So one is at the door to let people in
Yeah.
and one isn't. And that's how it worked throughout the whole
Right.
complex.
This is a little different. He just wants us to advertise, hey, there's an open house this weekend in Lansdowne Woods.
Okay,
Not
okay, I
showing
get
or
it.
anything.
Okay, that's a
So
good
it's
idea. Yeah.
just that. Is this something can we do easily? Do we have to get brand involved?
There's a couple ways to go about it. So I did this years ago for an agent, and you can get permission or something to access the MLS and pull listings.
Mhm.
Wasn't
Yes.
very expensive,
It's-
wasn't too technically hard to do. A brand could do it probably easily.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if they could pull just open houses. That's a question.
Well,
Uh,
what happens is eventually what you might do is you might set up where the listings are pulled for the complex and they're, say, at the end, rotating on the public side.
Yes, it has to be. on
And
purpose.
then in the listings, it says open Sunday or whatever, banners across that kind of thing. So
So
people would know all the units that are on the market and which ones are open. Now, they still can't get in the door without a
But-
realtor.
right.
And so,
no, that's fine. At least they'll give them, instead of just showing up here, at least they will know there's an
Yeah.
open house. They'll have a contact person's name. I think
yeah,
I
no,
think that's something we should.
I think that's easily done by Brian. It would take Brian to do that.
Okay.
For your information, Realtor.com is the site where all
Yes.
information comes from.
Yes. No,
So Zillow goes once a
Yes.
week and pulls Virginia's
Yes.
information, and so
Oh.
it goes and pull. So you can pull daily, weekly, monthly, whatever,
I wonder
and
if
puts
it
them
was-
up on their sites.
Right.
And so all information, so it's pulling from Realtor.com, and it's obviously done because every
Mhm.
other real estate company pulls from Realtor.com.
right.
All information is loaded.
The
on-
question is, who's going to pull it? Who's going to populate
Well,
our
that you can
website?
set up, we did that. Zillow would do Virginia on Tuesdays, the third Tuesday, and it was automatic. It got
Oh,
done.
But you have to program it.
Yeah,
have
you
to-
probably, I mean,
yes, so that's
John would have
something
to set it
brand-
up.
Yeah, so the websites gets permission with MLS,
Mhm.
and they set up a link, and then it just
Right.
pulls automatically. Once Brand does their magic,
Mhm.
it just automatically every day, every time somebody goes to that page, it does another pull
Yep.
and gets all the latest stuff.
Yep.
So,
The old ones drop off.
so
yeah.
do you think it's a good idea, something we want to do? That's the
Oh,
question.
I think it'd be great, but I
Okay.
think also that should go along with monetizing because that's really to the realtor's advantage.
It is.
And so it's something, a service that we can offer and encourage them to buy ads on our place in order to have that
I
rotated
completely
down.
understand. How about warming up the room, shall we say? By that I mean is show them that this is a capability that we have. We're showing it here.
Yeah.
And then we can base on that and take it to the next level,
Yeah.
whether it goes to the resident side or not.
I
So
couldn't
it's
agree
just
more.
like, almost like show me type of thing. And I'm sure they are savvy enough to figure out how many hits they got.
So when a listing is pulled
Mhm.
from MLS, it lists the listing agent or the selling agent,
Right,
right?
right.
So that person would get
Well,
contacted.
Bright is new from what I'm used to with, I
Okay.
used MLS system that was, I can't even remember what the name of it, Briss. Bright is their new, and they've been using it 2 or 3 years
Right.
now.
Okay.
And I don't know what their requirements are, but if you go on Realtor.com, it's real, you never know who the agent is.
Oh,
You email the agent. You email the agent and tell them you're interested, but you don't know who you're emailing. I don't know why they did that. I would think the agents would want their name all over the
No.
place on their listings.
yeah.
But it
See,
doesn't
that's
work
what I
like it
thought
used to
how
work
it
with
was-
Briss.
I thought that's how Zillow caught me like that once. Because they list themselves first,
Uh-huh.
contact us.
Uh-huh.
But if you drill down, there's an agent's number and contact right there.
Yeah, well, it's not,
At
I
least
don't
on
think
Zillow.
it is right now in Realtor, and that may be why they did that, so that Zillow couldn't
Mhm.
usurp their information,
so-
which everybody is getting it from Realtor.com. I can assure you,
Right.
that's where it is.
So
Yeah.
what should we do?
Well, that we can do as good as anyone else could do. Because nobody, if it doesn't show the agent's name and number, it have that email. If they're interested, they could email that agent. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but that's as
No, I'm
good-
just saying it. How do we get that information?
You'd have to ask Brand. I wouldn't begin to know how to do that, but I know it's done all the time. All
Yeah.
those sites are pulling it off of Realtor.com. All real estate sites are.
No, just to validate whether it shows the real
I'd
estate
ask Brand.
agents.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Brand
No,
has
no.
other realtors and other things like
No,
that.
before we ask Brand to execute it, I'm just thinking about if we go on realtor.com, can we indeed not see the actual realtor's name? That's
No.
all.
No, here, let me look at it.
I was looking at
Pardon?
Realtor.com recently for rentals.
Mhm.
Of course, it's a little bit different.
Right.
There were no agents' names on it.
No,
Nope.
no,
Had to
I
say agent.
guarantee you, I was amazed.
And
you know,
all
when I
else,
switched
the,
over.
contact, you hit the button and then you push another one that says, I'm interested in this
So that
property.
doesn't help.
Right.
That doesn't help us.
Mhm.
If that's not achievable,
Well, it shows the
Or-
buyers that we have units for sale and they can see the
Right.
pictures and how nice it is
Yeah.
and then, so they're not on Realtor.com
Right.
or what's a Zillow or somebody searching for Lansdowne Woods. Our things are up on our site and
Yeah.
a lot of the other places that sell stuff, their
Okay.
floor plans and their things are up on site. It would be the same kind of thing. And it doesn't push you to one
Right.
agent or the other,
That-
but
I
at
think
the
that's
end
even
of
better.
those listings,
Yes.
there
if you
is a
think about
place.
it, it's
It'll-
better. What do you think, Lynn?
It
It's
allows
something
us
we
to
should pursue.
monetize things.
Precisely.
It's so funny because I had a conversation with Andy Norton about this because it was Andy who talked to Wayne. And originally he wanted to advertise the open houses himself. And he went around to the buildings to do it. And he had gotten some declines already. So I think it's a good idea, but like Donna Lee said in one of her other emails, we have an hour of maintenance each month with Brand. Do we want to waste it on? I can't remember what the issue is. So I guess, like Peggy said, maybe we add it to the monetization, or
Yeah.
is this work that you really want to give to Brand for that hour that we have paid for?
Yeah, it would be difficult to monetize this, Lynn, because there's no direct contact information on it. So who do we go after ask for money? Because we don't have an agent to go after. We just have realtor.com. So it would be difficult to monetize. However, if you put it on and we can establish how many people actually hit the realtors, I'm sure you can get that information. That would be basis for us to ask local agent if they want to advertise independent of what we are doing on our webpage.
Yeah.
We can have those,
Yeah.
but if they
Yeah.
want to be featured on the resident side or someplace else, we can let them run that's when we monetize. Right now, who do we go after?
What if you pull all the listings on the
Mhm.
left side of the page?
Yes.
On the right side, you have all your monetizations.
The realtors and
All
things.
those who are paid to be
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And then they scroll in, they see a listing. Oh, I guess I better get an agent that can look
Yeah.
at that list.
It's not
People who
necessarily
pay.
the listing agent, but it's a realtor that can show it. It
Yeah.
might be the listing agent. You know,
Could be.
yeah, could be, but they
I see your
choose.
point. I see
Yeah.
your point, Joyce.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
then, but again, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we may have to take it in steps because what we're trying to achieve on the other end, which is how to monetize, because that's a whole new can of worms.
Yes.
How do we take a small bite? Is what I'm looking at. So this is something we have I would like to think we have autonomy. We can make that decision without having to go to the board.
Yeah.
Because monetization
Mhm.
will require another step. So we can table this for the moment, and when we have a bigger discussion on the other topic, we
Yeah.
can come and visit.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I
I
think
think
this
it's-
falls under the other topic, perhaps.
Precisely,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does,
yeah,
it does, because if you want to monetize.
Yeah.
If you just want to provide a service.
Yeah.
Shall we say, all the listings, that's totally different.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think what would be a good idea is for us to do our due diligence and see what other websites have done, because I do think this should be part of the next steps. You know,
Yes.
they've taken the time, they look at the definitely, I don't think this is going to help in the resident portal. First off, we
Yes.
barely have residents looking at it. Do you really think they're going to try to share it with their friends?
Yeah, well, and then we have families here too, make decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
not only that,
they
but monetizing, they want everyone to see it. You know, they don't want to be limited to only the residents. And that includes the movers, the buyers need movers, so that's it. I think the monetization goes on the public site, period. Whoever
and
does it.
I also think that little bit that you want to do a service, I don't know how to do it, and I wouldn't even know. I'd have to look at other websites, but I do think we should have some sort of showing of listings. I don't know how, like you said,
Yeah.
realtor, blah, blah, blah. I think it would help because those are teasers. You know, if
Yes.
you don't have something to look at,
Mhm.
then
Right.
besides floor plans, I don't know about you guys, but I love looking at listings. Now,
Oh,
granted,
me too. That's my favorite pastime.
and
Um,
we do have over 15, close to 15
Yes, we do.
listings right now.
Oh, I
You know,
think so. Yeah.
But what Andy was talking to me about was, he was hoping that he could have some sort of open house because there are a lot of people who have done renovations,
Yes.
and those are the types that you want to show to people to attract. You know, I don't know how he would do that anyway, but either
I
way,
think
I think we should have some sort of bait to have.
that's what I'm looking at. Something that we can do, make a decision on our own and do it straight away, and we'll tackle the other issue, big issue. We have a huge issue on the other side. How are we going to do this? Because ECWG survival or viability is at stake. So we need to figure out where do we go from here, because we have done with our biggest task. So I just think about it. So how do we put a teaser on? How do we take a small bite on our own and then come back with the real cash cow a little bit later once we have sorted everything else out?
Well, I still think you're gonna have to deal with brand. They're the guys that are gonna, I don't think we can go in and pull and post up on the
Right.
website.
But
That's
we
gonna
can ask how much it would cost if there's it's maybe they can do it in 10 minutes out of about 60 minutes of time. I don't know.
I think he
Or-
even said that they had
Or
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
our
sure.
maybe our website contractor can do it cheaper than brand, you know?
I'm not, yeah, I don't know how, I know it's done. I mean, I
Mhm.
know all information comes from Realtor.com.
Yes.
That's where the agents put in the listings, okay?
I don't
That
know,
I
do you
know.
have any
So
pull with that website, Webmaster, Lynn, or? do you
No,
know?
I was saying we have a website contractor.
the
Who knows?
We
seaside
do,
people,
no,
the
that's what I'm saying, but I think I may know her boyfriend. We
I,
could go that
is
route.
Charlie a website person?
Oh, no.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
No, approach, this is called, the leverage.
no, but it's kind of like, do you go to the big company to do something and pay them $1 million,
No,
or
no,
do you
nobody's giving
check?
$1 million, no,
Yeah, but
it's just,
or do you check the local talent? It could be something Mary does. I mean, Mary knows WordPress, or Joyce does, and
absolutely,
part of
that's,
her 5 million things
no,
she's
my
doing.
webmaster suggested that brand, so, no, the cheaper, we have no money. So, but the idea is just to have something that Wayne brought up, so I just wanted to follow through.
Yes,
And
good
when I
idea.
thought about it, I said, it's a very good idea, but how do we get to it is an
Mhm.
issue. So if we have something that's free, a bite, a teaser,
Mhm.
whatever, we should go with that. So we'll assign this to Joyce
Yeah, to get in touch with Brand and
and
get a
yourself,
quote.
and then talk to,
Is there a
I think
way,
it's,
I mean, could you go through the resident that is selling their unit?
yeah, but that's extra work. How do we find those people? I mean, somebody will have to, it's always legwork.
Yeah.
What's the rest of your idea?
Sorry.
No, I'm just thinking if we could somehow let residents know, hey, if you're thinking about selling your unit, tell your agent to contact us because we could do XYZ.
Yes. Yeah, we could, but we not, can't do XYZ yet, because we don't have permission from the board yet. Okay. If it's, whenever it involves money, we can't do it at the
Mhm.
moment. So something will have to be in-house, organic, doesn't cost us a dime.
I
Hopefully.
mean,
You know,
you
dime
can-
what I mean.
you can go to that, what's the name of the page? Visit Us. You could go to
Yes.
Visit Us and you can type in open house on this date, this
Yes.
address.
Yes,
But somebody will have to
exactly,
do that.
exactly.
And then somebody will have to
Right.
take away the ones after
Take the
that open house is
responsibility,
over.
exactly. It's a lot of big
And
work.
that wouldn't take any permission. That's what, manual's not always the best way to go, but
No,
it's a
because
way.
then it's not consistent.
Yeah.
You need some uniformity, you need consistency. So anyway, okay, Joyce will see, it's taking a bit of discussion.
What
Yeah.
did we come up with? Where did we end? Sorry that I
Check with Brand, I guess, and see.
I think he'll tell you
How
whether
much?
you do it.
Yeah.
And give you a ballpark. That won't take 2 minutes in a conversation. I mean, he knows whether and I'm sure he's probably doing it somewhere because they're just all
Yeah.
kinds of websites.
Pretty
If it
sure he
isn't a
said-
listing, it's a product or a
He
this
did
that
say
you're
something, I
pulling
do
it.
remember vaguely.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know
So-
the 2 hours per month, if it's not used, does it carry forward? I would hope it would.
Didn't he send us a printout of the maintenance thing?
Yeah, we have that.
You do have
We
it. I
do.
couldn't find it.
I
I
don't
have the bid,
get
but
it.
I don't have the breakout of what's all in that.
I was just
Free.
thinking we need to keep track of that. If
uh-huh.
it's accumulates, then we need to, okay,
Yeah.
now we have 4
Hours for
to
next
use up.
month because we haven't used any.
Yeah,
of it.
just see if it has an accrual.
If the 2 hours expires, or we want to
Yeah.
have something done for those.
I found that Brian's been very just to us. Yeah.
I think they would carry it
yeah,
forward.
yeah.
I think they would.
And Joyce,
Yes.
Joyce or Neelam or Peggy, does the maintenance agreement cover new requests? Because technically this would be new.
Well, you might be right, but it's just a question whether he do it. And if so, is it a plug-in? Isn't that the term they use, a
Mhm.
plug-in?
It appears to
And
be a
and what
plugin.
does that plug-in cost? That's another $325,
Right.
and it's 3 hours of work, and that 130 an hour, that's another, so it's $500-600 to set that up.
Right.
But then if it's set up and it does it automatically once a month, once a week, whatever,
Quarterly,
well, no,
Quarterly?
you need, if you're gonna show listings,
yeah, yeah,
things
true.
are
No,
moving too
usually this
fast.
thing
Yeah.
on the, they remain active for, 30 days or,
Yeah, I
at a
mean,
time.
it's certainly every 30 days or but if it's done automatically, what difference does it make to
doesn't.
John? It's
exactly.
just doing it.
Yeah, he
It's
does
just
all the
It's
mechanics and
almost
then it just,
easier for it to do it frequently
goes
and
by
just to have a few of them to deal with every time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay,
So Mary, do you mind looking, see if we have a definition
Yeah.
about a maintenance agreement? What does that include? What does maintenance mean? Let's have a definition. Okay, so spam and security worries. So this has to do with Audra's email from last Sunday. The reason I bring this up because somebody approached me in my exercise class and saying it seems there were or are recipient of the spam emails as well, that it has escalated since the new website. So I was taken aback by that comment. I'm going, huh? So this is the perception of the one individual. So I had to remind her that she had received that Evite email from Wes, which he didn't send. That was pre-website launch. I remind her, she said, oh yeah, that's right. But I don't want people, because it seems to be on the rise.
it would be like coincidental to them.
Coincident, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So if we're asked that question, what is our answer? I told her we were very secure in the resident portal side of it,
Mhm.
because she felt that somebody was able to hack it, get
Oh.
into it, because they had all the right names in this particular email. They had David saying,
they had all the chairs and the
had all the
people that
chairs,
are
all the people.
notified in the information sheet. So,
requesting for money for a vendor seemed extremely viable
Sure.
to one
yeah.
individual who actually sent the money in.
Mhm.
So how do we want to handle this if board were to ask, because people write emails, so we
Yeah.
need to have a standard. Do we need to double check something? Do we need verification from somebody? How do we handle it if somebody were to ask us
Joyce,
that
you
question?
probably need to bring that up to John.
Yeah, and I think he touched on it at one of our big meetings back in the fall on,
Okay.
the SSL certificate and all
yes.
that
Mhm.
stuff that was in place, but we can get a nicely
Uh-huh.
worded couple sentences.
But
of
the-
this.
but
And then we can put it in the
Yeah.
connector or
Yeah.
whatever, because first it could be informational, it could be cautionary, like Audra sent out an email, this is an alert, so we can put out an alert along with the new website and how it's secure by da 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 da. So it would be, it accomplishes all of it in one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, maybe I could, we've had a sheriff come in a few times talking about scams. Maybe I can chat with him and maybe he can come up with some words of, unfortunately this just happens.
this happens.
know,
It just
All it takes is for one person to get a copy of the names of the board of directors. And then they're like, whoop,
There you
there
are.
it is. I'm going to
Mhm.
mention all these names.
But they had all the email addresses, not just the names.
you
Oh,
can get
that,
email address.
if I were to spam into your email, I could get your contact list and have all the email addresses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, your whole address.
Yeah.
They take and
Your
then they
whole
have them.
address book.
Yeah.
So
It's
okay, so
awful.
I'm gonna give that to Joyce.
Okay.
Oh,
And then
dear.
let us know.
Oh, it's my poor thing. Good Lord. You can't win. What is it?
I
No
want
good-
us to be ready because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
inference was made and I was
Okay.
taken aback. I said,
Yeah.
excuse me?
Yeah.
So, okay. The next one is the SEO win. That was really good. And then
Yeah, that was a nice report.
that
God
was a
sent
nice,
us. Yeah.
nice report.
Yeah.
And
so-
John Elise was talking about setting up something that we could get that kind of report every month to
Right,
report to the
so-
board.
Right, she
Yeah.
did, and I think we don't have an answer to that, she's able to do that.
Well, she's the one who suggested that why should we pay
Exactly, I
John to
get it,
do
so
it?
we just need to know if she can get it.
Uh-huh.
Number two, who's gonna report those stats? Is
Yeah.
it gonna be the management team? Is it gonna be us? That means another handoff needs to happen from management to you.
I think the management
There
team
you
should
go.
do
So
it. Yeah.
that's what I'm,
And I'm sorry, what was that report to?
This is the
SEO.
SEO tracking and how well we're doing as far as that.
So we're
have
just
a
talking
meeting.
about who's going to pull those reports?
Yeah, Donna Lee's talked about setting up,
Yeah,
we
she
talked
sent an
about
email.
John sending up a monthly report we could give to the board. And she said, why have him spend time on our hour
Right.
doing that when we could probably do that? So if
Yeah,
she knows how to
so-
do that, then
Yeah,
is she
maybe.
gonna delegate it to you, Joyce? Probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe she
so I
knows
have
how to do it.
Follow up on that,
You
so
just
the,
Go into Google Analytics.
Yeah,
and-
it's all about Google Analytics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
and you
then-
just create a
Yeah.
report. They
Mhm.
have suggested
Mhm.
reports, and you say, "Yeah, I like this one, and I
Okay.
want this one emailed to me every 30 days," and then boom, you're
Okay.
done. It just
And
goes up.
so it could go to Audra 2 days or in the packet,
Yeah.
yeah,
a week before
before that,
a
so.
week before the board meeting.
So we have two questions. Is she able to run this report? And is management willing to report to the
Uh-huh.
board? How often is she gonna pull it? Once a month? I don't
Yeah,
What
and
is
it'll come to her, so she won't have to
do anything.
go
Yeah.
get anything. It'll just pop into her inbox every whatever
Mhm.
30 days.
So. Okay, that's good. All right, so tweaking our Google business listings.
Yeah.
Have we finalized our listing? Because people had many ideas that came through.
They did, they
Uh-huh.
did. So I have been working with Linda, copying you, I believe, on that. And she is making some tweaks. Now, there is some limitations in Google business listing because when you choose what categories LWVA falls into, they say, okay, that's your category. Here are the amenities and things that you can check that you have or don't have. So it's very limiting, like the gender neutral bathrooms. I mean, we don't really want that showing up. So, we'll
Yeah,
just put
that's a
no.
waste of space. Yeah.
But she said what she
If
could
there's
do.
syphilis, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
He said,
Here we go.
okay,
he
anyway,
said,
We're
if
being
there's
recorded.
if there's any amenities that we came up with and thought of, she can add those
Okay.
into another section where it is not so limited. So she's working on that probably today.
Okay.
so,
So yeah,
so that would be, so you have it, Joyce. has it.
yes, that's good.
Joyce has it. I just wanted to follow up on it because we were going back. So what about the fixing the dead links?
Ah, that's crucial.
That's
So-
crucial. So
So I think what John's looking at, and I'm keeping an eye on too, get a chance,
yeah,
is
so
in Google Analytics, you can say, oh, what pages are the most popular? What pages are everybody going to?
Uh-huh.
And I see some that are being hit a lot because they're the old website pages
Uh-huh.
people are going to and they're getting the error on that. So I think what he's waiting to see, and I'm looking at, is are those dropping down to the bottom of the list? And if so, that's good. That
Uh-huh.
means nobody's
They're-
really triggering those anymore.
Mm.
If we are still getting some pages up near the highest point, that means people are still getting
The old stuff.
that
Yeah.
old stuff, and those will need to be redirected.
Uh-huh.
So that's where he
We're
would
giving it some time to
So he
shake out
said-
a little bit.
Yeah,
he said a month.
said if it needs help, then he would work on
Okay.
like a
Plug-in,
redirection
okay.
plugin.
Okay.
So what do we do?
Yeah.
We wait, what do we do with this? What
Um,
action?
I guess after 30 days, we can
I
touch
think
base
it's been
with
30
them.
days.
I would say, yeah, you're right.
I'm trying- I
30
thought I
days
don't have
from the
Yeah,
rollout, not really 30 days from the SEO starting.
see,
Yeah, I'll ask them to check soon now and see if he should go ahead with that redirection plugin.
he wanted more money for it, right? If I remember it correctly.
Is it a plugin?
Yeah.
Another, so it's
Yeah.
something new and a plugin, so it's probably going to cost money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll list all the pages that are getting hit and then where they should go on the new site.
so,
It'll be transparent to users when they click the old.
Yeah.
They won't even know, they'll just be brought to the new page.
Okay.
so,
So have you guys used the 2
Yeah.
hours for June?
No.
No.
Do you wanna use it? Do you wanna be responsible for that?
Use it for the redirection,
Redirection or at least have.
unless he considers that
Something new.
Maintenance.
part of the deliverables from.
Isn't it something that we would need
Okay,
to
let's ask him that. See, he didn't answer. I went through the emails and went back and forth.
Trying to think if he said. Yeah, I'd have to look at the email to see for
She
sure.
said, I snapped, it said, next step, if any dead links are still hanging on after a month, the developer will install a redirect plugin to clean them up.
Okay.
Under our monthly maintenance program, I found
Okay,
it.
found it, good. Good, okay, so.
All right, so-
maintenance.
Do you wanna follow up on that, Joyce, or Mary's gonna follow up?
Yeah.
Joyce? I'll put both of your names, so you communicate with each other. Okay, now this is a big,
Yeah, heavy discussion.
heavy discussion. So this is our post-launch game plan and committee shakeup. So I started that conversation and I said, okay, option one, option two. So I listed all the reactions from the thread. And then Joyce came back with 8 points of how she sees
Mhm.
post-launch world will look like. So these are her 8. So if we dig into her 8 points, then there are 3 functional groups that pop up.
I knew you could do that. Like, I'll dump it out.
So we need a portal or operations and tech upgrades, internal focus. Then we need a public marketing and content management, external focus. So number 3 is business development and realtor relations, revenue focus. So there are 3 different groups. So what they're supposed to be doing is listed below that.
Okay,
Okay, so in the end, I think we can just have 2 committees. One would be the website operations committee. That can handle 1 and 2, external and internal.
Mhm.
But it has a little snag in it because the management does certain functions,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So how are we going to marry the 2 is an issue. But we just need a one website operations committee can handle external, because you cannot just do one.
No.
I'm just worried I know the communications committee doesn't want to do anything with it, right? So all the work we have done, the last thing I would like to see is that lags behind. That's just a whole thought.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's always been crazy to me that this has been 2 different projects. Yeah.
You know, with communication, they don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So then it's up to us, but we are external. Either we evolve or we have a new committee.
Yep.
So, and then we need to have a marketing and monetization working group that handles 3. Because that's very heavy lifting.
Mhm.
Because it's going to go on. It's going to be price setting. It's
Mhm.
going to be priorities.
And it's also gonna be much more tied to the management group.
no, they
the-
can't do it.
No, but I mean, their approval of different things, I think they consider that I've had to chat with Audra about
No,
it.
no, I
So,
completely understand.
my thought was that, we would have these 2 different groups kind of thing, but she said, well, why would you need a website group to do the monetization? That would be us doing that.
Because it's a
So,
whole
yeah,
different,
okay,
whole
just wanna,
different ballgame.
yeah.
So if you read why it works, it doesn't work, because that's
it's
the
a whole
governance
learning
part,
experience,
it's
sure,
just
and
like-
it's a continuing thing.
It's a business.
It's an
You're running-
ongoing thing, that's right.
You're a business.
Yeah, It's not a one-time
You
thing.
know, you have to bring in new vendors, drop
Mhm.
off people
Yeah,
who
that's
don't
right.
pay, and
Somebody's gotta keep
don't
up
have
with
good
it.
reputation.
Yep.
It's a whole
Yep.
business that somebody needs to
Yep.
run. And that needs to be a completely and totally different people from external
Yeah.
and
No, I agree.
because they're doing something else. So anyway, so Lucy sent how to monetize our connector. So that sort of plays into it. I just added it. So we need to either vote or discuss, how do you want to move forward?
Well, I think that's a good, excellent plan.
Yes.
I mean, I would almost put all of that together as website work. And have a committee that takes care of all of that, because that all pertains to the website. And then that will keep them busy. They'll have to, I mean, there's a lot of work to be done in the
Right.
resident portal and in the monetizing.
I think, okay, the reason I did it this way was because in order to monetize, we have to whole approval process. And the other two cannot lag behind. We need to continue to work here while we're pursuing on this side. Because this is going to take act of BOM to do something about it. Then we have to justify, why are we charging this kind of money? Why are we charging, all of that. It's
Yeah.
all
Okay.
standards. It's going to take a while. Can we wait a while here? I don't think so. We need to be working on this all the time, especially the public facing. I know the resident side needs more help, more work, but we have to separate the two because that's going to take a lot longer.
The
A lot more
monetizing, you
research,
mean?
yes.
No, I agree with you. I mean, it seems to me the website has become a full-time operation.
It is,
Yeah.
it is. It's operational.
Yeah.
That's the key part. It's
Yeah.
operational. We have to do the upkeep. We have to do the content management. We have to do all of that on continuous basis.
Yeah. And it's
So
gonna take a long time if they're
it's
gonna
gonna-
get Building Link over onto it.
Exactly.
That's gonna be a workout, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure we can do it. John seems to feel that, but it's one thing at a time you
One
take
thing at
to
a
him,
time.
and he thinks he can do
So-
this and that, but what can they really do? Because it could be we can't get out from under, but it needs people to work on that.
Right.
It needs people with the vision to work on that and to know what you can do with websites.
Right.
Um,
So, Lynn, your thoughts?
I personally think we only need one website group. It depends on the number of people. I mean, look at this committee had 4 to 5 people. We were able to handle due diligence and getting references for the, 10 or 5 different vendors on top of, at the same time, working through pages and pages and pages of reviews and content. So I think it's possible for one website working group, like keep it very general, to handle the operations and the marketing and monetization. Because I think if you had a special group for marketing and monetization, they may not have enough to do. But if there was one umbrella website group with maybe 1 or 2 focusing on, the number 2 idea and everyone as a whole working the number 1, because in a way, the number 2 people would kind of have to work with the number 1 people in placement and, all that stuff. That's just my thought. I think one group. But I guess and finally, Lucy's email about monetizing the connector, wouldn't that be part of Kathleen's group?
But that's another thing, needs to be, it's community internal.
Yeah, but now Kathleen's already said that they'll be taking that to the committee to take that responsibility away from them. No, Kathleen is ready to have the website taken away.
Well, yeah,
And,
that's what I'm saying, that,
and the
again-
same thing with the monetizing. They're not allowed to monetize the connector. They'd like that changed in their terms of reference.
yes,
So that can go on to, so they're going to be changing their terms of reference. And my thought is we'll change ours and there'll be a website committee that picks up their website responsibilities, our website responsibilities, that the connector, she's working on getting that out of their terms of reference. Apparently it says they cannot
No,
monetize the
that's
connector.
right, that's right.
So that was her comment back. So she's working at changing. So this is the time to change terms of references and just get
Yeah.
it straightened out.
I think this is a good time for us to have a new committee, whether we have a committee and a subcommittee within within these two.
Yeah.
We can have that works, but we just need the right people for right responsibility.
That's right. You need people who are interested in doing it.
Interested, and the people who are in marketing can do very well.
Yeah.
And that could be committee and subcommittee, they meet at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
They speak on
Yeah.
two different topics.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Well, and that way for instance, the marketing people could have wonderful ideas,
Yes,
but it could be that it won't work on a website.
exactly.
So they
Right.
need to be together because it's the website marketing section.
I was just
Yeah.
worried
It's
about
not the
dragging that one
commercial
behind.
marketing.
That's what I was worried about. So
It's-
just as long we do the external and internal,
Oh, it needs to all be one
all,
thing.
no, updating,
The
doing all
references.
the, but we cannot do this on our own without having a new charter.
That's right.
That needs to
Yeah.
go under the
Yeah.
new committee. ECWG needs to dissolve.
Well, or you need to change the terms of reference. You need to dissolve it. Okay. It's
I'm
dissolved.
thinking dissolve it because
Okay.
it's gonna,
Okay.
just my view.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if you dissolve it, then what happens to all the, the responsibilities that we've taken on that Lucy works on, like,
Well, that could be part of it's all part of the same group.
It's not part of the website. It's a whole different thing.
and
It's,
yeah, her welcome packets and surveys. I don't know if that
Yeah,
would be
that's
part of
all
it.
internal. That's internal communication. However you dice it and slice it.
So then that should go to
to the
Kathleen.
communications.
No,
committee.
Kathleen doesn't want to do anything with that. That's what the whole problem is. If
Mm-hmm.
we have a new committee that has a distinct charter that addresses all of them,
Okay.
I understand resident survey, but that's internal. That's communication. That's ultimate communication.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
that's what I mean. So that should
That's
go to
marketing,
Kathleen.
What it's really.
That too. Yeah, that too.
ultimately to find out why people buy here.
Mhm.
Use that
Exactly.
knowledge.
Mhm.
Right. So
So
that's
then
what I'm
all
thinking.
all that should go to Kathleen then.
No, it's what we're talking about is dissolving the ECWG, and whoever wants to stay on the
They
website
can.
committee could do that, setting up a new committee. And then Kathleen can do with her terms of reference. She's already said that they don't want to work on the website. They're already talking about changing their terms of reference so that
Yes.
they can monetize the connector, which apparently it's in their terms of reference that they cannot do. And so they're ready to take on monetizing, but they have to change their terms. So those responsibilities would move over to a new website committee or working group. You'd have to decide which one you want to be. There are advantages to
And
both
then
of them.
like the people.
No, that I understand, but I'm not understanding about Lucy's surveys and welcome packets. Who
Well,
would
that's
that
all
fall
stuff
on?
going on internally.
Okay,
so
so then
that would-
that should go to Kathleen.
Well, Kathleen's not interested. Really, Kathleen's got a connector committee is what Kathleen
Yeah.
has. And they
Yeah.
really aren't, and they spun
Newsletter
off the
committee.
writing group to the writers group as a separate group that does a special once a year. And so they've kind of spun things off from that kind of, you would think the communications committee, the writers group is a separate committee. So I don't know. I'm not the
Yeah,
guru
we-
on all these
we can
committees
have
and structure.
Clear charter. Yeah,
Th-
separates
Then
us.
who's gonna work with the realtors and train the realtors?
It's all part of it.
The website people?
Yeah,
They all
sure.
wanna work with
It's
the
it's
realtors.
all encompassing. But whether it's a marketing branch
The website's gonna hold open houses and do all that?
we're not opening houses.
Well, that's all part of what initially was
But
the
that's
thought.
part of, yeah.
So that you train the realtors and then hold the houses open and then
You
they
want ECW
monetize and
You think ECW should do that, stand alone from the website committee?
I think that was what I was thinking, but that doesn't make it
No,
so,
no,
Neil.
no,
I mean,
no.
that is what I was thinking, that
Okay.
the website committee is a standalone committee. They've got a lot of work still. We never did the resident side. That's all got to be done, plus the monetizing, plus the advertising or
Mhm.
whatever else you want to do. People who know how to work with it, plus getting Building Link over onto the website too.
Sure.
I mean, we've worked dozens of hours, if not hundreds of hours, I mean,
I
you
know
stop
what
it,
it took.
and what it
I
takes,
was there.
and we only did half of
I
it.
was,
There's still the
was
resident
in the-
portal and all these other things
Oh my
coming
God, I
online.
know.
That's a
Yeah.
full-time
Yeah.
committee work. I don't
remember
know if
Lynn, how
we'll
much
get as
work that
many
was that we met?
volunteers.
So it was an easy task. It took a lot of
Yeah.
effort.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So it's gonna take equal amount, if not more.
Yeah, and it's
More
not,
dedication, more expertise.
that's right.
Yeah, we're gonna need a variety of.
Oh,
activities.
yes, a lot of different people. And I think there are people interested in doing it. You know, it's just a matter of doing it. And so, but we seem to have our hands tied. I mean, I was flabbergasted when we started the website and we couldn't do half the website. So, what do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you mean it's too, I mean, I'm so dumb, I didn't
No, no,
understand
no,
all that, you
no,
know,
it's
but
not.
but that struck me as very strange, right
I
there.
think
Yeah.
what we've gone through has made us smarter. We're gonna
Well,
work
oh,
a little
yeah.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're
well,
gonna
at
work
least
a
I
little
know what
better,
an
we
SEO
know.
and a CMS is.
there you go. That's all right.
But
It's
anyway,
funny.
yeah, but it's been a lot of work, and
It's a
so,
lot of work.
and
It's
there's
gonna
still a
be-
lot of work to be done. So I think that's a group in its own right. Then there's other work to be done in marketing and that type of thing. And so that's how I foresee it, Neelam.
Well,
I,
if we did have two marketing, and marketing could be the realtors, could be education, whatever, that could be part of that group if you want to split it up. to
well, that's
more.
what the ECWG would do. They would take on
So you
that.
wanna,
People that aren't residents, those are realtors and buyers and that type of thing. They're not residents, so it's not internal, it's doing things within the
it's
complex,
marketing, it's
but
marketing.
it's marketing.
Yeah.
And so, and it would only happen like quarterly. It wouldn't be a weekly or a monthly, like a quarter, but that opens up the campus to people. You were talking about running an open
Yeah,
houses.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking when you said that. Opens up, and they would actually let people on campus without a realtor to come look at property. We've done it before.
Wow.
I God, I know. God
So,
forbid that 10
then-
people came.
ECWG would then be part number 2 here.
They would be number 2 pretty much, but they wouldn't get involved with the monetization.
See,
That's the website.
So you'd have to
They're
move
going to
that.
train the realtors and sell the monetization.
Okay.
But you all, or the website committee, has to know how to put it up on the website and then keep it going
Mhm.
once they've done it. No? Okay, well,
I don't,
you see it a different way. Go ahead.
I see it,
Yeah.
I see it different. I see it as part of marketing. I think the more closely we work together, keep it under one wrap, not one meeting, one committee meeting here, one there,
Okay,
and then
okay.
look how disjointed we were with the communication team. It's just how much interest
Oh,
the
yeah.
other team has.
Yeah.
How much time do they have the same work ethic
Yeah.
or time commitment?
Yeah.
It's all of that.
Okay.
So
I'm not
I'm
averse to
open
it. It just seems to me that's an awful lot
I
for
am,
one
I'm
group to
just
be
putting it
taken
out
on in
there.
different directions, although they all mesh together and management. You got to bring management into all
So
of it.
2 separate committees, but they meet at the same time.
That's what I'm
They
thinking.
have their own goals and things, but they do intermix
Okay.
on some
You know,
things.
like we invited Kathleen.
Yeah.
She learned a lot, and we learned a lot from her in the
Yeah,
sense of
yeah.
how reluctant they are. So I think that's what it
Yeah,
needs to be in
They're not
concert.
interested in that.
And 2 different worlds may not work. I don't know, but I'm just putting out
Okay.
ideas.
All right. We can,
Yeah.
work on
Yeah.
thinking through this a little more.
A little more, think
Yeah.
through, and then when is our next BOM?
July,
July.
gosh, it's
So-
like the 5th or the 6th.
So we
It's
need
right
to come
after.
up with, if whatever we decide, how much time do we need? So then we need to come up with how do we present to the board, including a charter, all of that.
Yeah.
So next steps, it's gonna be a lot of work also. So because we are spinning off into new.
July 1st is the
Whoa,
board
that's
Oh,
meeting.
wow.
We're not gonna make it.
Yeah,
We
No,
can see
we're
what
not gonna-
AI thinks about this.
Yeah.
Should we be 1? Should we be 2?
yeah, July 1st is the
Give you a new
Wednesday.
insight.
So, yeah, I'm not sure we can get it together, especially with Lucy not doing well.
I know, I
Yeah.
hope she's okay. I hope
Well,
Phyllis
hopefully
will
she will be.
promise.
Hopefully she will.
I don't like the
don't-
way, what
Yeah,
you.
yeah, what Phil said. So,
Okay, so we have given you a lot to chew on,
okay.
so it's
Yeah.
all in writing.
Do we want to meet beforehand?
I think we should. We want to take is anybody going on vacation? Lynn, where are you these days?
Sorry, mostly the summer we spend in our house out here.
Yeah, makes sense. I would be too.
This would be an executive meeting, I would think.
Yes.
Maybe not. What would you say, Mary?
We will be back for 2 weeks, starting the 29th through the
Of,
10th.
of June.
Yes,
29th. So you'd be free on the 30th?
yes.
Okay,
That's
can
the
we
day
meet on-
before the board meeting. So, yeah.
Should I send you this?
Yes, because we have to
oh.
get a new HVAC unit. So,
Mm.
Oh,
Uh,
oh,
Well-
yeah.
that doesn't really do anything for the board meeting because we have to have it in the packet and everything the 3 or 4 days before. So do you want to try and meet before, and could you zoom in, do you think, Lynn?
Yes,
I
I
know
can
it's
zoom
better
in.
if you're here.
I can zoom in.
And then you have everything in writing in front of you, so you can build on it, whatever, add to it. It's a living document. If you have something else to add,
Okay.
just go right ahead and add to it. But this is the quandary we have. How do we evolve, dissolve,
Mhm.
resurrect?
Yeah, and I think it's a good idea to include it in the bond meeting because there might be people, like I noticed at the last meeting, Paul Dunham attended last month's
Yeah.
ACWG. I had talked to him about it. I think he might be a good participant. But I don't know what his workload is because he is on the Budget and Finance Committee.
Yeah.
And we are going to start going over the budget in the next couple months.
Well, you're going to have more people. And of course, the more people, then the more different opinions and the hardest it is to herd the cats. So
Yeah, it'll have to
there are
be
pluses and minuses,
Yeah.
and
it'll
so,
have to be a hefty committee number
yeah,
of people on it.
yeah.
Like activities, I've attended one of those meetings, they have 15, 20 people on it.
Yeah. How do they do with votes?
I have,
Do they have trouble getting agreement on things? No. Okay.
I don't know. I just attended one, I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, that's, we have measly 5 people and one of them, is not able to make it.
Yeah.
So, yes, so we have a lot to chew on.
When do we want to meet again?
Okay, she's back on the 29th. What day is that?
You want a Zoom meet or you want to meet in person?
Okay, what is our goal? Do we want to have this in next month's
Well,
BLM?
if we do it next month, we got to have it done into Audra by the 26th.
Oh,
I mean, it's got to be in the packet. This
gee,
is the big
it's a
thing.
week or 2.
Shoot for August BOM then?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
August is probably more realistic.
Yeah, but is somebody working on the content management on the public side?
Public side,
Are we doing anything? Anybody working on it? Anything?
John
Any
said,
new pictures?
don't do any changes for 30 days.
Uh-huh.
Let the SEO
I'm-
stuff
got it.
percolate.
Well, why don't we meet like early July? We're not going to make the board meeting. The 6th, the 7th of July, somewhere around there, and then our regular meeting. That'll give us 2 meetings, one a work session, just to bat this around. By then, maybe we'll have some answers about whether, is it easy to monetize? Is it, where are we going with even the possibility of doing some of these things?
Does any of us have a friend who's in marketing? We can have an
Oh,
insight.
there's lots of people that were in marketing.
No, I mean, do we know at a personal level? So we can. How difficult is it? I don't know anybody.
Phyllis Sheeny, she was in
Yeah,
Mar-
I was gonna say Forrest's wife is in marketing.
Maybe we need a little insight. What does it take? What kind of
What are
research?
you looking for in the
I'm
marketing?
looking for how to set prices.
For
I'm
the,
looking for, is there a formula, for example, for open house or Emmy Flow to advertise, or what is the going rate? How does,
For
I
an
I
ad.
can find out.
you mean
go
for
on
an
air.
ad on
But
monetizing the
monetizing
website
for
or in
a-
the connector or in the,
Yes,
yeah, okay.
because
And one of the things we have to remember is we're looking for a volunteer, not
Yes.
a paid
yes,
employee.
Yes.
So, you know how easy it is to get volunteers.
Oh, boy.
We also have to keep in mind that anybody that might want to advertise on the website, if they're smart, they're gonna ask how much traffic do you have to your
Uh-huh.
website?
That's
If
what I'm
there's not
saying.
enough, they're not gonna pay, so we might,
Yeah.
we're gonna need some time to get the
To
traffic.
get some numbers of it. If we're
Yeah.
coming up number one on Google, we should be
Right.
getting some traffic.
Well,
you
they're
know,
gonna wanna
yeah.
know that you're getting 500 visits a day to
Uh-huh.
this site, so that
Uh-huh.
Google Analytics will tell us that.
Okay, good point. Good
See,
point.
the one thing we have going for us is we have such a concentration. 1,107
Mhm,
houses. It's a huge,
mhm.
that's, if you look at any big subdivision, they don't have this
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
numbers.
yeah.
So those are the,
Yeah.
that's concentration.
And
They
don't forget
they can
this
hit
is-
5 people in one day. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that has a lot to do with it too. I think that would be, and the turnover in real estate market. And we're aging, our buildings are aging. I know we are aging. The buildings are aging. So people are renovating with, HVAC, this,
Yep.
all of
Things
that.
can be good shape.
Good shape.
And Vistas, don't forget Vistas uses
Closest to bring
LWBA.
it down to GE.
Thank you. Did
Thank
you
you,
get my
Mary.
email? Sent it to you. Okay.
We're,
Who gets-
are we still live or just Lynn?
We're still live.
We are still
Yeah.
live. Okay, thank
If
you.
you want to.
Can I be just Lynn? I think at this point we fell through.
Or
We
you-
could
yeah, if you-
chat, but
if you
we're just,
During the meeting, they
Okay,
can.
adjourn the meeting.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're done. Let's adjourn.
Yes,
Anybody like to move?
we have
to
no
the-
business,
No,
none,
no.
none right now.
Here's my,
Adjournment, it is 2:23.
okay.
I
Thank you,
move.
ma'am.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Thank you. We're gonna keep
Bye.
you
Talk
on.
to you soon.
No, stay on. We're keeping you on.
Oh,
Unless we want to put her on one of our phones and you can take your laptop.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
Okay,
Why don't
if you
we,
don't mind.
Lynn,
Yeah.
we're gonna call you instead and talk to you on a phone, okay?
okay.
Okay.
Bye, Mary.
Bye.
Yeah. We got to another one.